What's going on, everybody? It's your boy OSDG, and I haven't made a video in a hot minute, so I figured I'd jump on this trend of, making one of these tier list videos. I'm gonna do it on Rainbow Six Siege operators, because, that's what I do. Now, I haven't posted in a while, and I really want to get a lot of views on this, so if we get 2,000 views, I'm gonna give away a $20 Steam gift card, and I'll announce the winner in my next video. Alright, so let's get started on this. So for Maestro, he got nerfed recently, so after his nerf, I'm gonna have to put him in the B tier. And it's still a bulletproof camera either way, so, you can't really lose with that. Alright, as far as alibi, if you're playing in a low rank, you're easily gonna trick people, but if you're playing in the higher ranks, nobody's gonna be fooled by this, so I'm gonna have to put her in the E. Also because her gun's just a pea shooter. Alright, I'm gonna skip mute for now because I don't know where I want to put him yet. So Doc can pick himself up off the ground. He can heal you 40 health. Ever since the nerf to health, I think I have to put him in S tier for that. With that health nerf, you really gotta be able to heal. Alright, for Jaeger, Jaeger's always a problem for everybody. He's a really good operator. He always stops always stopping my goddamn frags, so I'm gonna put him in the A tier. The reason I don't put him in S is because I don't feel like he has as much impact on a game as somebody like Doc. Alright, so for Ashe, I actually never used her ACOG in the first place, so her nerf didn't really affect me at all. So that and the lack of a hitbox, I'm gonna still have to put her in A tier. Alright, so a lot of people think Lion's worse now because his thing works more like alibi instead of outlining the whole body. And the reason I disagree with that is because now he gets 3 scans instead of 2, so I think that actually made him better. But I still don't think he's that great of an operator regardless of that, so I'm gonna put him in C tier. I'm gonna come back to these recruits later. I like how they have all 5 of the different colored hat recruits in this list for some reason. So for Zofia, she's basically a better Ashe right now. Sophia's like a better Ashe because she gets the impacts and the stuns out of her gadget, so since I put Ashe in A, I'm gonna have to put Zofia in S for right now. I really don't think Gridlock is that good. A lot of people, when she came out, were saying that she was broken, but I honestly don't see her as being that good. But she's not the worst op you can choose, so I'm gonna have to put her in D tier. What can I say about Twitch other than she destroys my Capkins, and my will to live, and my legions, and my team's Jaegers, and my chances at getting out of Plat 3. So, but she only gets 5 charges in her drone now, so I think I might have to put her in B tier. Alright, so Mozzie right now is basically like a better mute, and his ability is so annoying. I feel like this just naps my drones through walls, and I'm so sick of it. Right now I think he's one of the best operators. I'm gonna have to put him in S tier. This Montang one's pretty tough because if you use him right, he can be really good. But if you use him wrong, you're just gonna drag your team down all the way. So, since you could be really good or really bad with him, I think I'm gonna have to put him in C, in that middle ground. So, as for Bandit, normally I'd have him teetering on S or A, but I feel like Maverick counters him too hard and a lot of people choose Maverick, so for that reason alone, I'm going to put him in the B tier. Alright, so as for Fuse, this is going to get really personal because I really like using Fuse, and if you use him good, he's definitely in the S tier. But if you use him bad, his gun and everything, I think that still makes him like pretty elite if you're using him correctly. So just for me personally, I'm going to have to put him in A tier. Rook's a really good operator, giving everybody extra defense and so he's basically like Doc, except he can't heal you, so I think that puts him like 1 step below Doc, so for that, I'm going to put him in the A tier. Clash is another one. If you use her good, you're going to be really elite with her, but if you use her bad, you could really f*** it up. But I feel like for just pure recon purposes on defense, her impact is better than Montang's, which I think, good or bad, doesn't put her in all the way in the middle. So for that, I think I gotta put her in B tier. Capitao, I feel like he's like way too situational, and like your fire bows aren't gonna do that much most of the time. Like most people are gonna avoid it, So all around, I really don't think he's that good or that useful. So I'm really teetering on D or E here. I'm not sure which one I want to put him in. I think I'm gonna put him in E because he doesn't have a high pick rate either. I think that hurts him too. All right. So for Glass, I just can't with this operator. Everyone who chooses him on my teams are always terrible. And even if he's not that bad, there's just so many better operators you can use. So for that alone, I'm just gonna put him in F. All these Glassman's gonna come out the woodworks telling me I'm stupid or something now. If you asked me a couple months ago what I thought of Thermite, I'd probably put him in like D tier probably. Like, yeah, he's a good hard breacher, but I don't play hard breachers usually, so I wouldn't really care. But then one day, I decided to use him, and I really like this gun, and his ability is good, so I'm gonna have to put him in B tier. Alright, Maverick really changed the game by being able to, like, break bandits through under the door. And that's been really annoying, but you could counter that by going Cade, and a lot of people do use Cade now. So I think I'm gonna put Maverick in C. Actually, now that I really think about it, looking at Thatcher, I think that downgrades Thermite because Bandit and Cade can both stop a Thermite. Even mutes can if they mute trick it correctly. And he has to rely on a Thatcher if they have one of those 3 ops, which is a very likely thing to happen. So honestly for Thatcher, I think that puts him in D tier because Thermite's dependent off of him. So is Hibana. And if they don't have any gadgets, then why'd you even go Thatcher? Now usually most teams would have gadgets, but I've seen what the lower tier people do, and Ella's also really good op. I don't personally like her primary, but I've seen what my friend can do with her shotgun. And as a Roman defensive op, she's pretty good. I think I'm gonna have to put her in S tier. Now IQ just doesn't really have a high pick rate, or at least I haven't noticed her having a high pick rate. And she can tell you where gadgets are, but that isn't always necessarily helpful. Like, if there's a C4 above a window, what are you really gonna do about it? You're just gonna take that L. She can't see frost mats. Not a high volume picked operator. I think I'm gonna have to put her in E tier. Sledge, I would say, is pretty middle of the road, but there's so many better operators you could choose than him. I mean, unless you're trying to silently breach, but I mean, does that really matter that much? So for that, I definitely think he's better than these 3. So I'm gonna put him in D tier. Finka's a very underrated operator, I think, personally. Like, she should definitely have a higher pick rate because her ability is pretty ridiculous. She could pick up down teammates. You can move faster through barbed wire. It gives you that health boost. And I'm personally a huge fan of Russian ACOG, so I really like her gun. Or if you use her LMG, also a great gun. So for that, I'm gonna have to put her in A tier. Nerf after nerf after nerf. But I used to main Blackbeard, so gotta give him some respect. So I'm gonna put him in D. So for Valkyrie, I've had my Valk cams clutch entire games, so I'd say that's a pretty damn useful gadget. But my question for myself is, do I put her with these 4 up in this tier just because my gadget has clutched the game before? Because if you have a bad Valk on your team, I could definitely see her being in B tier. So since I'm between S and B, I might as well just put her in A. In like the past month or so, I've recently become a Ying main, and for me personally, her gun is ridiculous and she's very underpicked, and this is kind of deviating from the trend that I'm thinking about what my teammates are doing too for this, but I see Ying's true potential because I use her, so I'm gonna have to put her in S tier. That's probably going to be one of my most controversial decisions right now. Oh, I just realized I skipped completely over Castle. Castle can be a game changer, but he can also f your team over. But he's definitely not the worst op you can choose, he's definitely not the best, so I think that puts him in the middle of the road tier, along with these 4. Smoke recently to me has just been one of the most useless operators. Like, his smokes never do jack in any games I'm playing. To my team, to the other team, I really just don't think he's that good right now. So I'm going to put him in the E tier. Actually for him, I'm teetering on E or F because based off of what I said of these ones, and he is slightly worse than them right now, I think personally. So he's kind of teetering on the edge, but I don't think he's as bad as a bad Glass. But since I see these 3 as superior, I think I am going to move him to F. So for Capkin, it's going to get personal again because he was the first operator I mained back when he still had the lasers and only had 3 Capkin mines. So Capkin's got a special place in my heart, but right now I'd say he's almost on par with these guys right here in the C tier. My only problem with that is, again, since I've used him so often, I know what his true potential is. I know what a great Capkin can do, so I think that gives him, for me personally, that gives him a slight edge over those 5, so I'm gonna put him in the B tier. Tachanka. I know he's a lord and everything, but let's just be here, there's a lot of better operators you can choose, but it's Chanka, so I can't put him in F tier, I'm gonna put him in E. Alright, Mira. If you know me, you know I despise Mira. I hate her. I always get over by my teammates going Mira, or they put up some dumb Miras, or they break them for no reason, or they'll kill you if you reinforce a wall. So yeah, she's going straight to the F tier. Alright, Vigil, aka the Virgin. I use Vigil from time to time, and when I do pretty decent on him. I think he's a pretty good op. But like on defense and he's not the greatest, but he's still a pretty good pick. Don't think he's better than anyone in the A tier here on defense, so I'm gonna put him in B tier. Again, Legion, I'm a Legion main, I know how he can impact the games, I know how he can slow a game down, get injured sometimes, get kills sometimes. I'm gonna have to put him in S tier. I know it's a pretty biased one, but I just know what Legion can do. Now Buck doesn't really do much for his team unless like you just got good gun skill and you're out gunning people and you're killing people with him. So I think that makes him better than the C tier people. So I'm gonna add him to B tier. Cav, even after a nerf, still really solid pick. Interrogations aren't as good as they used to be with people leaving games recently, but I think that still puts her in A tier. Alright, so Dokkaebi. I just don't really feel like she's that great right now, but I don't feel like she's horrible. Like her calls, they run out of time now too. That kind of hurts her. So I want to put her in D for Dokkaebi, but I'm gonna put her in E. Alright, Frost. She's pretty hit or miss. Guess I never miss, huh? Anyways. Sorry about that. I should probably put her in F for Frost, but nah, she's... I'm gonna say just because of how easy it is to know where Frostmat is and how easy it is to break it, I'm gonna put her in C. I do still think she's ahead of all these guys in D through F. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna put her in C. And Hibana, I put her in the same boat as Thermite, pretty much. Almost like the exact same. Alright, Echo, I just want you to know you're a real big if you use Echo. And I would put him in A, but because of how many times I've f***ed over Echoes with Fuse, I'm gonna put him in B. Alright, so now we're on to Pulse. I'd say this is a tough one too. Looking at these ops, I look at Echo, Vigil, Capkin, Bandit, Maestro, Cav. He's definitely worse than everyone in B tier. I don't know why I even started with the A tier. He's definitely worse than everyone in the B. I'd say he's definitely better than D and E, so I'm gonna put him in C. Nomad, I would say she's just a really solid operator right now. Definitely highly recommend picking her, especially to help out your fuses. You know, you feel me? So yeah, I'm gonna put her up there with Fuse in the A tier. Cade, he's Bandit with hatches, so, and not as easily destroyed as a Maverick, and you can put him at the top of doors, so that puts him definitely above Bandit, so I'm definitely putting him in the A tier. Ever since the Ashe nerf, everyone's picking Jackal, and he's so annoying. But I don't think he's like ridiculous or anything. I still think Ashe is better, so I'm putting him in the B tier for that. Alright, so now we're back to Blitz. I'm really struggling with choosing somewhere to put Blitz because of the reasons I gave before, but I'm gonna say he's a slightly better shield op than Montang. So just for that, I'm just gonna put him in B for Blitz. Alright, Mute, I'm really not sure about either right now. I'm gonna do it based off the B tier. I think he's a step below that, so I'm just gonna put him in C. Alright, so now we're on to the recruits. This part's just for but I'm gonna do it anyway. So if you're the blue hat recruit, that means you were the first person to pick recruit. So that's an S tier for me, boss. If you're an orange hat recruit, that means you picked last and you have to die. So you're definitely going in F. Green hat recruit, I hate that shade of green, so F tier. Red hat recruit, I like that color red, so I'm gonna put him in the A. And yellow hat recruit, not really feeling it. I'm just gonna put him in C. Alright, so I think that pretty much wraps up my tier list. If you disagree, you can leave a comment if you want. I'm gonna read it and probably disagree with you, but that's fine. It's your opinion. We all have our opinions. So if you guys want to win that Steam gift card, I'm gonna have you leave a comment below and subscribe to the channel. And if this video reaches 2,000 views, I will be announcing the winner in my next video. And that's gonna do it for me today. I'll see you guys in the next one.